it's really important that you measure what matters, not just what everyone else measures. Again, in the contact center world, people can just look up documents online and find kind of, here are the standard things to measure in a contact center. I think what's really important is to measure what matters. We've done many exercises over the years of actually thinking about what matters to our kind of primary stakeholders, so our customers, us as Moosters, or our colleagues, and then our shareholders, and then think about what matters to those groups, pick a small number of metrics for each of them, and then think about how you could measure them.
Make sure that you avoid your KPIs turning toxic by ensuring that your KPIs actually measure performance. Make sure that they inform decision making. That is super important. Don't just mindlessly chase numbers. Make sure you prevent any indicators from becoming targets. These are key performance indicators, not targets. And most importantly, make sure they're balanced. So make sure you are measuring a number of things that are important to operation.
Call center metrics are absolutely vital because what gets measured quite often gets managed. So my first tip would be to be crystal clear in the metrics that are most important to your customer journey. Consider at the same time what some of the unintended consequences are of what you want to measure. So quite often you'll see AHT being a measure, but that can have an impact in terms of how polite people are, how much rapport they build, how much listening that they do, and how much they rush the customer off the call. So think about the unintended consequences and be clear what you want to measure.
I find it really helpful when you take all these metrics and you put them into categories, because categories are a lot easier to work with and explain and understand. So just to share quickly, the categories I tend to look at when I do metrics are quality metrics, accessibility metrics, efficiency metrics, cost metrics, and strategic metrics. So it's QAECS. I even need a mnemonic device to help myself remember. So for example, if you're looking at the quality of a live chat or a call, clearly that's going to go under the quality metrics. If you're looking at service level, that goes under an accessibility metrics. And if you're looking at something like employee satisfaction or engagement, that would go under a strategic metric. So my tip for folks is trying to deal with a long list or laundry list of metrics can be a little overwhelming. Try and put them into logical categories. Then it's a little easier to understand and explain. So I hope that helps.
You can monitor and measure practically everything an agent or a customer does. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. My top tip is at least quarterly, get into a room and review all of your management information suite and determine, why do we measure this? What value does it bring to the customer, to the agent, or to the operation?